So let me just put the recording here. We are going to be covering a lot of material. So let's get everybody in here. We've got people that are popping in. Make sure that everybody has access. And we are also going to make sure that we've got the workbook pulled up too. Does everybody have access to the workbook?
Yes.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay,
Yes.
great. Perfect. So welcome to Six Figure System for Consistent Clients. We definitely are going to have a value-packed event. So we've got today, we've got tomorrow, we've got Thursday. And one of the things that you'll learn about me, many of my clients here that are already working with me in Activate Abundance know that I don't do fluff. I really don't. I am all about helping you create results. So if you want results too, I want you to go ahead and type in the chat that results, just pop in results. I'm going to make sure that you know that we are here so that you can take away some practical to-dos so that you can start creating consistent income in your wellness business. So again, if that is you, if you're just joining on, let me know. Pop in #live if you're joining me live. Type in #replay if you're watching the replay so that we can circle back around. And if you are here because you want results in your business, if you want consistent clients, go ahead and type results in the comments. So this is for you if it feels like sometimes it's just like dumb luck if you have a client. Anybody feel that way? Raise your hand if you ever felt like, yeah, I'm not really sure where that person came from, right? Yay, live end results. Hey, Donna, glad to have you here. Guys, it's so great to have you. So type system in the comments if you want a predictable system. Predictable system. Yeah, we want a system, right? We don't want to just be like throwing spaghetti at the walls and trying to figure out what to do, when to do, how to do it. We really do want to be able to have a system. And so I'm here today to share with you my system. And the system that I'm sharing with you is called the Soulful Abundance System. I actually teach it inside of my Activate Abundance Academy program. And I'm going to be taking you through it over the next 3 days. Today, we're going to talk about the align and the design, which are the first two pillars, so that we can get you all dialed in energetically to you being connected and aligned with your worth, your power, your work, and abundance. And we're going to talk about some of the really, really specific things that we need to walk away with in terms of designing your signature system and making sure that you have a high-end offer. So we're going to talk about how you actually do those. So again, if that feels good to you, go ahead and pop in yes. You're super excited about learning this and taking away some real results. So another thing that can tend to happen is that we can be distracted when we're on some of these events. So here's what I want to really invite you to do. I could be charging thousands of dollars for this event and I'm not. So I'm going to ask you to be here with me 100%. So for today, for tomorrow, for Thursday, block the time out of your calendar, allow yourself to put your notifications on silent, shut down the tabs, and really be here fully so that you can get the information that you need. I'm really committed to being here for you, and I'm asking you to also be committed to you as well. And so if you can put all of those things, make yourself comfortable, grab a glass of water, kombucha, tea, whatever it is that you want. I've got my glass of water here. And so I really want you to be here fully present. Another thing that before we get into all of the goodness that can sometimes distract people from getting the most out of an event like this is waiting for the pitch, right? Anybody else feel like, all right, what's she going to pitch? What is she going to try to sell me? Right?
Always. Yeah.
Yes. Right? So here's the thing. I am going to give you an offer. I'm going to be fully transparent. I will invite you to work with me only if what it is that I'm teaching resonates with you and only if you want my support implementing. If that resonates, amazing. And if it doesn't, not a problem. I will be giving an offer to join me inside of Activate Abundance Academy because that is the way that I help people get results the quickest and build a six-figure business. So I will share that with you. I'm not going to offer it to you today. I'll share it with you tomorrow. I'll share all of the details. I'll share the pricing. I'll share what you get and all of that, but that's not really what I'm here about today. Here, I really want to give, I want to serve, I want to share with you things that you can take away and that you can really, really implement. Okay. And I don't want you to be worried about, oh my God, when is she going to make the pitch? You are welcome to be here and consume. let me just say that you are all welcome, regardless of whether you decide to work with me or not. You are welcome to be here and take away things that you can implement. Okay. That is my commitment to you, that you walk away with epiphanies, you walk away with some quick wins, and you walk away with things that I know that you can start accessing in your business right away. Okay. I would actually love it if I would even hear from you guys sharing with me what your wins are this week in the Facebook group, right? Whether you've implemented something and you're like, woo, I got to win on this, or a client reached out, or you brought on a client, or any ahas or any epiphanies that are going to help you to create momentum in your business. Okay, so if that sounds good to you, go ahead and type focus in the comments for me. Type focus in the comments. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that I can pull up the workbook. And in full transparency, I love workbooks because they help me stay on track. I tend to go in multiple directions when I teach because I really love what it is that I do. And I really open to divine downloads and inspiration. And so if I do veer off, this actually helps me. And it also allows you to know what is coming up. Okay, so that you can use this and return to it over and over and over again. Okay, so you've got the content, you've got the schedule. I am going to be giving you the full 6 steps. These are the same 6 steps that I have used to build my business, from having one client in an entire year as a functional nutritional therapy practitioner to having a multiple 6-figure business year after year and creating $1 million in my business in just 3 years. And that is cash, that is sales. That's not just like, oh yeah, like, you know, sometimes people get confused about what is the difference between the actual revenue versus what people are just saying that they purchased. So, or saying that they sold. So we are going to be diving into aligning and designing today. We're going to go through the 5 pillars. So there's 5 steps on how you create a 6-figure business, but there's also pillars with which I created my business. And I want to share with you those 2. We're going to talk about aligning with the energy of abundance, designing your success with a high-end offer, and learning the power of a signature system. Okay. So before we get started, I want you to take a look at, oops, can you guys, are you seeing are you on the pathway? Just want to make sure you're seeing that. Great. Thanks, Jennifer. It's important to understand where you are right now so that you can see where it is that you want to go. It's kind of like a map, right? Like we need to know, where are we starting? And so if you are feeling, and you can pick out where you are on the path of 6-figure business? Are you feeling invisible? You're just starting out. You have the certifications and the passion, but you have no clue and you're not sure how to do this business thing, right? This is where you might be feeling like it's just dumb luck that you're getting a client. Like you just got lucky by, throwing the spaghetti at the wall and it actually stuck. The next step on this pathway is you're emerging. You're getting some visibility, but maybe only a handful of clients. Right? So you know that you're starting to create some visibility. You're starting to share who you are. You're emerging. You're kind of starting to figure out some things. Maybe you know who your ideal client is. Maybe you know a little bit about your messaging, but you really only have a handful of clients. The next step is magnetizing. You're getting engagement. You've started to build a community. You're having some great months and also some not great months. So you're not really sure what is creating consistency. Right? And that can happen to all of us in the entrepreneurship world, that we can have some amazing months and then all of a sudden we do the same thing and it doesn't work. Well, that means that we don't have a consistent system. And I really want to help you create consistency. And then finally, we're at mastery, where you finally have those consistent 10K months and are ready to scale to multiple 6 figures. So I support women who want to build 6-figure businesses. I also support them to build multiple 6 figures. So whether you are wanting to build a 6-figure business or whether you want to, have more consistency and bring in consistent 5K months, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you have a system, and I want to teach you the system so that you can have whatever it is that you want. Okay. So let's figure out where you are on this map. Where are you? Go ahead and pop in the chat so I can see where most of you are. Are you feeling invisible? Are you emerging? Are you magnetizing? Or are you already at 6 figures and you're like, woohoo, I finally hit the 6-figure mark. Now what? Now what? I'm going to go ahead and see, where is everybody? Emerging, invisible, emerging, magnetizing. Awesome. Toy, Tresson, emerging. Lynn, invisible. Stephanie, emerging. Invisible, magnetizing, emerging. Great. Fantastic. Great, great. Somewhere between emerging and magnetizing. Donna, Tammy, magnetizing. Great. Awesome. Great. So most of you are getting some traction. You kind of are figuring out some of the pieces, but you're not having consistent income yet. If that's you, raise your hand. Go ahead and raise your hand for me. If you're getting some traction, but you're just not creating the consistent income that you want. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Let's dive in here now about aligning with abundance. So this is the first step. This is the first step. If we skip this step and jump right into strategy, you will not have a six-figure business. It is so critically important for you to answer these questions. So critically important, because you get to be aligned with who you truly are and the work that you are here to do. The work that you are here to do. And I want you to remember who you are. You got into this work to help people. And so I want you to answer these questions. Who are you? Are you a health coach? Are you a life coach? Are you an energy worker? Who exactly are you? Right? And you get to claim that piece that you are a wellness coach, you're a health coach, you are here to do work. And who does your work serve? So when we talk about aligning, we're aligning to who we are first. We're owning who it is that we are. And by the way, I would love everybody to go ahead and claim now that you are a six-figure coach. Even if you don't know how it's going to happen, pop in the chat, I am a six-figure coach. Go ahead and pop that in there. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and pop it in the comments. If you're here with me live in Zoom, go ahead and pop that in the chat. Because you cannot create a six-figure business unless you see that it's possible first, until you claim that it's possible first. And that is actually one of my ninja tips that I did with my business. Before I even hit six figures, I claimed, I had a reminder that went off on my phone every single day. January is a 10K month. February is a 10K month. March is a 10K month. You'll hear me talk about that a little bit more as we go through our work together. But claim it right now. Claim it right now. Because if you wait until you have physical evidence to support you in that, you're actually spending most of your time in scarcity. I don't want you to wait until you see the number in your bank account. I want you to claim that you are a six-figure coach now so that your bank account can show up in that way for you. Okay. Now, who does your work serve? Now we get to align to your ideal client. Who are you serving? Who are you serving? Are you serving women? Are you serving people that are in menopause? Are you helping people release emotional trauma? Are you helping people with sound therapy? Are you helping people grow their business? Are you helping people live and create happier, healthier lives? Who does your work serve? We need to know that. And one of the things that I help you with inside of Activate Abundance is we get really, really clear on the specific. It's not just about niche. Okay, I know everybody here is like, nail your niche, like so many coaches out there, right? Oh, you got to have the right niche. And I'm not saying that niche is wrong or niche, however you want to say it. But what's more important is who is it that you're serving, your ideal client. We got to get really clear. So who do you serve? And if you don't have any paying clients right now, or if you don't have any clients right now, that's okay too. Who do you want to serve? Who do you want to help? Who do you want to help? And then how does your work serve them? How does it serve them? How are you helping them? Right? So I help women who are coaches, certified holistic practitioners, health coaches, life coaches, energy workers. I serve them by giving them the specific tools and steps to create consistent income in their business so that they can grow six-figure, multiple six-figure businesses. I serve them with the practical how-tos. I serve them in multiple ways, but my work serves them so that they can also allow themselves to be well paid, making a difference in the world. So what does your work, how does it serve them? And what happens, really, what happens if they don't find you? What happens to that person who is carrying deep trauma in their bodies and they don't find you? What happens to the person who is struggling to get a good night's sleep at night and she was waking up with hot flashes night after night after night? What happens if she doesn't find you? What happens to the person who is diabetic or on insulin and they don't know what to do to really take care of themselves? What happens if they don't find your work? It is important for you to claim that you are here to help people. And so we want to get really, really clear that what happens if they don't find you, if they don't find the work that you are here to do, they are not going to be able to make the transformation that you've got a calling on your heart to do. Okay. So what happens if they do find your work? Right? Go ahead and pop in the chat for me. What are some of the things that you do? What are some things that your people, when they find your work, what gets to happen for them? What gets to happen for them? Go ahead and pop in the chat for me. I want to hear. For me, when clients work with me and they create six-figure business, what gets to happen for them is they get to create financial independence. They get to feel confident. They get to have a business that they're proud of, and they get to feel purposeful because they're giving back to the world. Maybe it also means that they get to take their families on vacation. Maybe like I'm taking my family to France in 3 weeks. We're actually leaving, actually in about a month, on the 22nd of June. I'm taking my family on vacation. What else gets to happen? I was able to pay for college for my kids without having to take out loan. I was able to pay off $20,000 worth of debt. Okay, the coach that I worked with made it possible for me to do that. So if that's what made it possible for me to grow and build a business. So great. So your clients get to, sorry guys, my clients get to live more fulfilling, abundant lives, knowing exactly what they want and how to achieve it. Beautiful, Ray. Tammy says the chance to heal from a digestive diagnosis. Right. My clients get to stop repeated painful patterns. Yes, because what happens if they stay in those patterns? What happens if they stay stuck where they are? They stay on pain island. They stay suffering, right? And we don't want that for them. So how does them also finding your work affect their family, their community, and the whole world? We're talking about ripple effects here, okay? Because we know that we are all connected. Right? We know that the way that we do one thing in our life is going to affect multiple areas of our life. I know when I was building my massage therapy practice years ago, I was not taking care of my own health and wellness, and I started getting really burnt out. And I would come home and I was cranky, and I really felt like kind of like the mommy where people were running for cover, right? So me not taking care of myself affected my family. It affected my children. It affected my relationships. And when I started doing things differently, it then also affected my family. It affected the community that I was in. It affects the world. So I really want you to tap in. How does your ideal client, when they find you and they finally have a solution, how does it affect their family? How does it affect their job? How does it affect their relationships? How does it affect the people around them, their community? And ultimately, what is the ripple effect that then gets to happen in our world? For me, I want women to be well paid sharing their gifts with others. How does that affect the world? Because when women are well paid, when we allow ourselves to receive for our gifts, we have greater choice. We have greater choice. I don't ever want anybody to be stuck in a situation where they don't feel that they have choice. I was in a marriage for 17 years. I didn't feel like I had a way out. I didn't have any money, and I felt stuck. And I don't want anybody to be in that situation. I don't want anybody to feel like they are a victim to their circumstance. So I am really, really clear that when I help women create more financial independence and to have a way of creating right livelihood that lifts them up, it changes their families. It changes their communities. It changes what we get to be and do in the world. And this is how powerful your work is. This is how powerful your work is. This is going to change the lives of other people. So I want you to tap in now to what would it feel like for you? What amount would you really like to create in your business? How much money are you actually making a decision or deciding to earn from your work? What is a big money goal? Go ahead and pop it in the chat for me. How much would you like to make? And it could be yearly, it could be monthly, whatever it is for you. Let me know.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
If you did know, what amount would that be? If you did know, what would feel good? What would feel exciting? What would it feel like the amount of money that you would like to earn and that would allow you to be well paid and do the other things that you want to do? Give back in the way that you want to give back. Yeah, so we've got 15 to 20K months. Amazing. 20K months, 20K months, a lot of 20K months. Amazing. Tresson, 20K. Beautiful. Fantastic. Yeah. So ladies, I know that might feel far off, but it's absolutely possible. 10K months, 10 to 15K months. Amazing. And here's the other thing that I want to share about money. Where money wants to be told where to go. So it's not just about a dollar amount. What do you want to do with that money? When you are creating consistent 10K or 20K months, what are you going to do with that money? What are you going to do with that money? Go ahead and write that down on your workbook or pop it in the chat. Maybe that means that you get to contribute to your family. Disney World, great. Toys going to Disney World. I love that. Disney World, right. Maybe you're paying off debt. Maybe you are paying off your car. Maybe you are vacation home. Absolutely. Seriously want to recreate a family trip. Yes. Beautiful. Money wants to be told where to go. So first we get to claiming, we get to align with what it is that we want to create. And then we get to say, and the reason why this is important is because this is what I want to do with it. This is what I want to do with it. Pay off debt, better car, help daughter, money for your church. Beautiful. Absolutely. Need a new car, travel to the Caribbean, some sort of balmy beach vacation with the whole family on me. Absolutely. Move to Florida, debt-free, teach clinics in your barn, change the money legacy for my kids. Hell yes. Who else wants to change a money legacy for their kids or their family or even yourself? Who wants to stop the trajectory of women under earning? Yes. Hell yeah. Absolutely. Upgrade the house, travel, retire. Beautiful. Jennifer's given me 100%. Absolutely. We get to do this, but we have to claim it first. We have to align to the reason why we're here. We have to align and allow ourselves to receive, and we get to tell money where we want it to go. Okay.
Wow.
So tithe to your church and missions, pay off debt, help single moms. Beautiful. That is what gets to happen when you allow yourself to be well paid, right? We get to experience that. We get more choice on what it is that we get to do with our money. Okay. And so I also want you to see that when you are earning money, it is contributing to the higher good. It's contributing to the higher good. It allows you to not only serve your goals and your purpose and your vision, but it's actually a higher service. It's actually a higher service. One of the things that I was able to do in 2020 was give away $20,000 to other women entrepreneurs that needed support. I gave away cash and I gave away programs. So for me, allowing myself to receive meant that I could also contribute to the greater good and to the community. Earning money is a high service. It allows you to have more choice. It allows you to contribute in a way that you can't do when you don't have. Okay, so it's really something important that we get to claim, and it's okay to want money. It's okay to want money. Go, Chris, Marcel. Thank you. I am hot on this topic, you guys, as you can tell. Like, this is one of the things that I'm really, really passionate about. What is going on with my mouse here? It doesn't want to work with me to kind of go through this. So here's what the next piece that I want to share with you over the next couple days. Today, tomorrow, the next day, I am going to share with you. I'm going to be fully transparent on what worked for me and also what works for my clients. I'm not going to share anything that I have not tried myself. I am only going to share with you the things that I know to be true and know that have worked, that have created multiple six figures year after year after year. Okay, I am not a newbie coach. I am not like a, all of a sudden this was amazing thing and I just happened to have like an amazing, year. Nope, I've been able to recreate this over and over and over again. So I just want you to know that you're in good hands here. And I'm going to share with you proven strategies so that you get to do this too. Okay, so really the pillars that I want to share with you now, and I think that you guys will be able to relate this as well, the 5 pillars of the wellness business. When I took a look at what were the things that were the most important to me, oh my goodness, this mouse is just not working. So you can still have an amazing business and have tech backfire on you. It just happened, you guys. We just get to roll with it. So we're gonna gamify things a little bit, right? I want to make this a little bit more fun. So you're not just sitting here looking and just listening to me like this is a lecture. So we gamified it. We're like, okay, well, we're gonna help you unscramble the letters here. So these are the 5 pillars. The first one, the very first pillar that I base my business on is service first. Service first. Why service first? Because I know that the generosity game is the quickest path to creating impact, income, and opportunities. When I am in the energy of generosity and serving, energy that I put out in the world will always come back to me, always. So the main pillar of my business is service first. And you get to do that too. You do not have to rely on slimy, salesy, hardcore sales, fancy funnels, closing the deal, overcoming all of the objections. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. You absolutely can create an amazing 6-figure, multiple 6-figure, 7-figure, multiple 7-figure business from a service first pillar. Okay, we get to do that. The second pillar is the abundance mindset. And you're going to hear me talk about the formula for abundance. And the first place that we start is the abundance mindset. That's our inner game. That's the inner work. As a matter of fact, I just did a 2-hour training with my clients inside of Activate Abundance. Many of them are here, all about where are our money blocks? Where are we living in scarcity versus being able to uncover the money blocks so that we can live in abundance? Okay, so the abundance mindset means that we are taking inspired action, which is actually the last one, from a place of joy, from a place of fun, from a place of service, not from a place of hustling, not from a place of, I got to get the client, I got to close the deal. Okay, because when you are in that energy, what energy do you think you're in? If you're in the energy of, I have to make sure that I say the exact right thing and do the right thing in order to close the deal and get the client, which energy do you feel that you're in? How does that feel when you think about that? Tune into your body for just a minute and notice, what does that feel like? For me, I can even just like feel my throat starting to contract, right? That's a scarcity mindset. That's saying that you don't have what it is that you need right now. And you have to you've got to like hustle and like really, right? That's very aggressive. That's very bro marketing. That's very patriarchal. And it doesn't work well for wellness entrepreneurs. It doesn't work well for heart-centered entrepreneurs because it's not natural for us. We want to serve, we want to give, we want to help change the world. We want to help people live happier, healthier lives. Okay? So we get to take action from an abundant mindset. Heart-centered sales is number 3. Heart-centered sales. What is heart-centered sales? It means that we are about serving the client and helping them make an empowered decision, not closing the deal. I detest that term, close the deal, right? Immediately when we say, oh, I'm on a closing the deal call, or even if we're on a sales call, right? There is heart-centered sales. We're going to talk about a sale being a side effect of your service. A sale not being something that you have to get, otherwise, you're not going to be able to, pay the bills, but it is something that you get as a side effect for serving, a side effect of helping somebody create value, a side effect of helping somebody make an empowered decision. And I know that when I stopped trying to, book a gazillion discovery sessions so that I could sell my 90-day program, my business actually skyrocketed. It went from 50,000 to 150,000. And then it went from 150,000 to over 500,000 in 1 year. And it was because I was not in this position where I was like, oh, gotta get the client, gotta close the deal, gotta try to sell my thing on this call. I don't do that anymore. I do not give away 1 hour discovery sessions. I do not give away 1 hour free coaching. I will have a clarity call with somebody who is already pre-qualified, who already has an experience of know, like, trust with me, but I will not try to sell a stranger in a sales call like that. That's trying to take someone who is a stranger and turn them right into a buyer. And so if that's what you want to learn, I'm not going to teach you that here. And I hope that gives you some relief. I'm not going to teach you that here. I'm going to teach you how to make heart-centered sales, which is how do you attract people into your ecosystem with pull marketing, because people want to be in your world, not because you're trying to go out and chase them, right? How do you nurture those relationships? Because really that's what people want. They want a relationship. They want to know that you see them, you hear them, you get them. They want to trust you, and nobody is going to buy anything if they don't have the experience of know, like, trust. And how are you going to invite people to work with you? We're going to dive into the attract, nurture, and invite tomorrow. So please make sure that you come back, because that is such an important piece. And that is called the nurture method. That's number 4. We're going to talk about the nurture method. And that is what you get to put on repeat. Those are going to be the things that are needle movers, the impact generators, and the income generators in your business. And I'm going to teach you how to do that tomorrow. All right. So there are some specific things. Here's your crossword puzzle here. There are some really specific things that you were not taught going through your coaching program or health coaching program or holistic wellness program. How do I know? Because I wasn't taught them either. I wasn't. I was taught to deliver a modality, whether that modality was massage therapy or functional nutrition or health coaching or life coaching, but I did not learn the basics of a business. All right. Anybody else feel that way? That you've got a passion, that you've got a certification, that you're really excited and you want to serve people and help them, but you're still missing some very, very specific things. Yeah. So I want to go through some things here, some truths that you may not know, okay, because they weren't taught to me. I had to learn them too. And the first one is, truth number 1 is alignment creates abundance. So the fill in the blank for number 1 is alignment. Again, this is why I asked you to pop in the chat that you are a 6-figure coach now. And it's why I had on my phone go off every single day. January's a 10K month, February's a 10K month, March is a, guess what happens when I see that? I am energetically aligning to the future version of me that already has it. So guess what started happening? 10K months. Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, oh my gosh, that totally works. It absolutely works. Alignment creates abundance. And again, we get to get clear here first because the energetics is important. So many people just want to jump right into the strategy and the to-do, right? I know you're here for practical strategy. I promise I will share practical strategy. I wanted practical strategy too, but we really can't skip over this piece. Okay. So the other thing that we're going to talk about here is that, number 3. Why is it just like a number 3? That's so funny. All right. High touch, low tech offers are actually going to be able to propel your business forward. Okay. So you can't get to 6 figures without a high-end offer. Let me just share that. I really want to bust a myth here. For those of you that are saying, oh, I just want to make money in my sleep with a membership. I'm just going to create an evergreen course. I'm just going to sell that and create 6 figures. Please hear me. Unless you already have a large community and a large email list, you are going to not succeed in that way. That is not the best place to start. There is nothing wrong with memberships. There is nothing wrong with courses, but it needs to come at the right place in your business model. And it is not the place you want to start. I want you to really think about it. Like, if we do the numbers, if you want to sell a $47 a month membership, how many of those do you need to create to hit $10,000 a month? How many people? Like, let's just do the math. 212, 213 people a month. How many of you have, and if we take a look at the marketing, what we know is that people that are in your world, not all 100% of the people that are going to in your world are going to have access or even going to say yes. So we actually need to quadruple that amount. That means that you need to get in front of quadruple that amount for you to even have success at a 25% closing rate on that. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. The other reason why I don't like starting with that way is because it doesn't allow you to give true value. Think about it. People who, and how many of you have bought a DIY course? I'm not slamming DIY courses, but I have too, right? Did you follow them? Did you go through all of them, or are there some pieces that you haven't completed yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you're like me, there's probably there's some pieces that you haven't completed yet. Why is that? No support, no accountability, no access to you, right? So we want, you know, it's a low priced offer, but it's not really helping people get results. Okay, so we need a high touch, low tech offer in your business. And we really want that to be at about $3,000. Okay. And that would be your high VIP offer. And so if we think about that, like $3,000 offer, you would need to sell three a month in order to hit six figures. That's a whole lot better than trying to sell 212. You get me, right? You guys picking up what I'm putting down?
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, sometimes, and I have to say, it's a whole lot. I have had more, it's been easier for me to sell a $15,000 offer than it has been to sell a $97 offer.
Wow.
Yeah, promise. So this idea that people aren't going to buy is also just not true. Okay, it's not true. And we're going to talk more about that so that you can really get your mindset around there. You know, books, you know, you might say, well, you know, who's going to invest $3,000? There's a lot of people that are going to invest $3,000 in their health and their wellness. As a matter of fact, $3,000 was the average back in 2015. We're in 2023 now. $3,000 was the average. Okay. When I first came out of health coaching school, I charged $1,500 for a 90-day program. And then I increased it. I stair-stepped it. But here's the interesting thing. And that is, we are not just going to, you know, talk about a 90-day offer. We're going to talk about a high tier offer that is a container so that people get real results. And when you're inside my Activate Abundance program, we're going to take a look at what makes it valuable at $3,000. What are the extra things that we get to pop in there, right? That make it a $3,000 offer so that your person gets access to you. They get the teachings, they get the support, they get the accountability, and maybe they even get the community. For me, I'm all about community. And what I know is that the three things that help people create action quickest and results quickest is having support, having access to me, really having my brain and my heart on their business, being able to answer people's questions, and having community with other people that are building and growing their business. And your people are going to want to feel the same too. They're going to, we all want a sense of belonging. That is when at our base level, right? So we look at human psychology, we all want to feel a sense of belonging, and community is really, really powerful for that. So I want to share something that, you know, when I first had my very, very first high tier offer, it was actually a $4,500 offer, and it was for 6 months, and I was scared to death to offer it. And I'll tell you why. It was because the client came to me and she said, Chris, I heard you talk at the hospital. I actually went and talked at a lymphedema group. And this, you know, months prior to her actually contacting me. And she said, I don't know what to do. I'm struggling. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm having anxiety attacks. I need to lose 50 pounds. I'm not taking care of myself. I'm not doing my lymphedema treatments. Can you help me? And I said, absolutely. I would love to help you. And then she said, and I don't have a job. And instantly my brain went into scarcity mode. It went to shit. Like, She doesn't have a job. How is she going to pay? How is she going to, pay for services? What do I offer her? Right. And so I thought about it and I'm like, well, I have a $97 offer. Like I could just, offer her a $97 offer, have one session with her, give her some support there. I made a judgment about what it is that she wanted to spend in that moment. And I actually didn't offer her the $97. And here's why. I asked myself, Chris, she just told you what she needed and what she wanted. She just told you she wanted to lose 50 pounds. She just told you she wanted to stop having anxiety attacks in the middle of the night. She just told you that she wanted to get back up. Can you help her do that in one session? And I was like, why would I offer her one session if that is not going to support her? And I told her, I said, Terry, I would love to support you. And this is going to take time. This is going to take time. This is the way that I work with my clients. I can work with you in a 6-month program and actually offer a 1-hour lymphedema massage because I was weaving in my massage therapy and my health coaching at the same time. Or we can work in a 3-month program. Which level of support would you like? And she said, I want the 6 months. Let me go get my credit card. And little did I know that she was actually starting a new job the next month. So I'm saying that because we cannot pre-decide what somebody else values. It's not our job to do that. It's not fair. And by the end of the 6 months, she had lost the weight. She was not waking up with anxiety attacks anymore. And she actually, went further. She got out of a toxic relationship that she had been in for 15 years. She was owning who it was that she wanted to be in the world. And that was priceless, my friend. So I really want you to hear me say that it's not our job to judge whether or not somebody else is going to value it. So if you're saying, oh, nobody's going to, spend $3,000, that's not true. That's not true. And it's not about the $3,000. So let me just say that. We make it too much about the money and the investment. It's about the result that they get. This wasn't about the $4,500 for her. This was about losing the 50 pounds. This is about stopping the anxiety attacks. This was about feeling better about herself and her body. And I guarantee you, she would say it was a hell of a lot more worth to her than $4,500. Okay. So no matter how you have felt in the past, I really want you to understand that you absolutely get to have this high tier offer. Okay. And, I want to share with you, it's not just me, right? So for those of you that are thinking, well, yeah, Chris, you could do it, but me, I can't charge $3,000, right? I know. And my clients have felt that way too. Like my client, Jen, and she actually didn't think that she could charge $3,000 and we stair-stepped it. So I'm not saying that you have to start right at $3,000 right out of the gate, right? But we do need to stair-step it so that at some point you're at a $3,000 level or higher. She didn't think that she could do that. And you know what, today she's actually in a mastermind program with me with a multiple 6-figure business. So you can do it. It's not just me. Or another client of mine, Vicky, I invited her to be a success coach inside of Activate Abundance. She was so unsure how she was going to be able to create a high-end offer because she was a massage therapist and a health coach, and she wasn't sure how to blend it. And she had coaches telling her, no, you can't blend the two. And I'm like, of course we can blend the two. And now she actually works with physicians, women physicians, selling her high-end offer. So it's absolutely possible. Okay. And so if you're thinking that you're different and people won't pay, I just want to, shoot that down. You are not a unicorn. People do want to pay and they do want to invest in results. They invest in results. Okay. Another thing that I want you to take a look at is for those of you that are health coaches, life coaches, wellness coaches, holistic practitioners, I want you to think about, is there a book that you can think of that helps other people solve the problem that you help them with? If there's a book on what it is that you do, whether it's releasing trauma or sound therapy or getting healthier without dieting or, creating new belief patterns, if there's a book on that, people are already investing in it. There's a book on that, people are already investing in it. You've got proof that people are investing in it. And yes, books are lower prices, but people are not getting healthy on books, just like they're not getting healthy on DIY courses, right? Right? I call it my shelf help books. because they stay on the shelf, right? You read them. Does anybody actually implement? Sometimes, maybe, but they're going to go further faster with your support. And that's what a high-end offer does. It allows them to have full access to you so that you can help them get real results. Okay. So we talk about the difference between charging $11.97 for a 90-day program and charging $3,000. And look, guys, I know I totally went off track here with this crossword puzzle, but I got the information that that I wanted you to have. So sorry about that. But here's what I want to share with you. And this is about a signature system. This is about a signature system. How can you create a high-end offer? When you have a signature system, that is going to allow you to do that. And this has been the game changer for me, and it's a game changer for many, many, many of my clients. And this is the difference between just saying, oh, I'm just going to charge $1,400 or $1,100 versus charging $3,000. Because when you have a signature system, it is going to, no lie, 10x your income, your opportunities, and the impact that you get to create in the world. And I want to share some ways that it does that. One of the ways that I do it is I've taken my whole 6-step system, the Soulful Abundance system, and I'm writing a book about it. So that is going to be able to impact more people out there and invite them into my world. I want you to think about that as pull marketing. It's giving value, it's sharing information, and then it's inviting people into my world to have more information. Okay, so that's one way that a signature system can 10x your opportunities, 10x lead generation, 10x being able to, offer your programs. It also sets you up as an authority. It sets you up as an authority. Okay, so number one is actually podcasts. A signature system is what allows you to 10x your income and opportunities. You can go on podcasts and talk about your 6-figure signature system. I actually was on a call today, a collaboration call. I love connecting and collaborating with other amazing women. She is a very well-known marketing coach, and she actually has a podcast called Unfiltered Marketing. And she said, will you come on my podcast and talk about the nurture method? I said, I would love to. That just 10x opportunities for people to hear me and see and have an experience, right? That's not me chasing clients. That's me sharing and giving value and serving first and inviting people into my world. Stages. I was just asked to actually be on a stage in 2 weeks. July 16th, I will actually be on the speaker in a room full of 500 women entrepreneurs, to talk about my signature system, to talk about the Soulful Abundance system. Articles. I was asked to be an executive contributor to a digital magazine. 2, as a matter of fact. One is Woman Thrive, and another one is the Preeminence magazine. So that allows me to, again, share my message, to give value. I already shared books. That's number 4. Books is number 4. Number 5, collaborations. How much easier do you think it would be to build and grow your business if you were not the only one doing the heavy lifting? Right? Yeah, so we also get to work with collaborations, which is another way of leveraging community so that you can cultivate connections and collaborations. This marketing person, I'm going to bring her inside my Facebook group because she focuses specifically on Instagram, and she's going to be able to share for the people that want to do that. That's a collaboration. That's creating win-wins. We get to do that, and it's fun. It makes it so much more fun to do that. When you have a 6-figure system, you also get to create programs. Activate Abundance Academy, which I'm going to invite you into later on in our training this week, not today, is based on my signature system. It's based on my Soulful Abundance system. I'm taking you through the first 2 steps, alignment and designing. And inside of Activate Abundance, we actually help you create your signature system so that you have a proprietary method that you become known for. Okay, so it's programs was number 6. Okay, and then the last piece is it is a process for your clients. And let me tell you why this is so exciting. and I hope that you guys agree with me. When you have a process, it takes the selling off of your shoulders. You don't have to sell yourself for being an amazing health coach. You get to sell a process. You get to share that there is a series of steps that people can take, and people invest in processes. They want a process. They want a system. They want to see how it is when they work with you. They want more than just work with me because I'm an amazing health coach. They want more than come work with me because I'm just going to help you build a six-figure business. Well, how am I going to help you do that? I'm going to help you do that through my 6-step soulful abundance system. We're going to get really clear on who it is that you work with. We're going to dive into the abundance mindset. We're going to help you design your high-end offer. We're going to help you create your signature system so you can 10x the opportunity. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Type yes in the chat if you can see the difference. It allows you also to be an expert in your field. It is going to be what cuts through the noise so that you get to show up authentically as you and promote your business in a very genuine and authentic way. In a very genuine and authentic way. And that's exciting because that means that you don't have to be anything other than you are. It means you just get to show up and share the method that you have. And you know, those of you that think that you don't have a system, I guarantee that you have a system right now. I guarantee that I can find it for you like that when we're on our calls. I've done it over and over and over and over and over again. Each one of you has a signature system, I promise. You just don't know it. Each one of you takes your clients through something, through a series of steps to walk them through where they are and where they end up. It's not magic. It's just a matter of uncovering. I get to play detective with you and uncover what is your signature system so that you can name it. You can start talking about it. And the other fun thing is that it makes creating content or programs or offers so much easier because now you have something repeatable to talk about. And one of the things that you hear me say often is repetition builds belief in your clients. And when you talk about your system and when you talk about the steps on repeat, now you have a repeatable process. Now you have a way that you get to let people know what it is that you do and how it is that you get to help them. And you actually help them see that they walk along this pathway to get from Pain Island to Pleasure Island, or from pain problem mountain to results mountain. Oh my gosh, this mouse is going to make me crazy. There we go. Yes. Right? Wouldn't you like to know that there's a bridge? How many of you would like to have steps? Right? Most of you guys are here because you want a system, right? You want to know the steps. I wanted to know the steps too, right? When there's a series of steps to follow, you're like, oh, I can see myself doing that, right? Your client is like that too. Okay. So your signature system allows you to break through the noise. It allows you to be a standout leader in your field. And it allows you to avoid all of this saturation, right? What makes you different from the next health coach that's helping others lose weight? Well, it's your signature system. And nobody has your system because nobody is you. Nobody else has your system. Nobody has the soulful abundance system. They might have pieces of it, but nobody organizes the information the way I do. Nobody teaches how to create a high-end offer the way I do. Are there other coaches that help you create high-end offers? Yeah, but nobody does it the way I do it. Nobody organizes the experience inside of my community the way I do it, and you get to do that too. So it's so, so valuable, okay? So don't worry if you don't get it now. When you're inside of Activate Abundance, this is what we're going to work on with you. We are going to help you uncover quickly what your signature system is. It doesn't take a long time. Like literally, we will create it in one session. We have a whole, not only have a module on it, but we have Q&A calls that you can come and you've got my brain and my heart. You even get one-on-one strategy sessions with me so that we can uncover, you know, your pricing. We're going to make sure that we have you dialed all in on that high tier offer that's priced, you know, and if you can't get to 3,000 right off the bat, no worries. We'll stair step you, but we'll have a way that you get there. Okay. So I want to hear from you guys. What is something in the chat? Pop in the chat for me. What is one aha? What is one insight that you're taking away from here that allows you to feel excited about getting your work in the world, about creating a six-figure business that is not just about money? It's a part of it. Yes, we get to be well paid, but it's also a way that you can help people see that they can get results with you. I'd love to know. And if you guys want to even come off mute, go ahead and come off mute. I'd love to hear. What's coming up for you guys? Jennifer, what's an aha? I'm going to just start calling on the people that I know. What's an aha for you?
I was trying to come up with the right wording on it, but what really got my attention was when you were talking about the 3,000 step or that offer. I actually started thinking in my head was, I've invested $3,000 and never even blinked about it. So why would I freak out about not being able to find people to pay me $3,000 for that same type, as long as I know that I've got a system that can deliver the results that they're looking for. So it really took a lot of that pressure off of, instead of saying I have to sell so many $3,000 packages, I can exchange that energy and say that I have this system that's going to give you these kinds of results. And then I do not have to pre-decide for them what that value is for them.
Oh, so good. Doesn't that feel better?
It does.
Raise your hand if that feels better. Instead of having to sell yourself, you get to actually talk about the benefits. Yes. Doesn't that feel so much better? That's heart-centered. That is helping somebody see what is possible for them. We're going to talk about the ladder of beliefs, because we all go through a ladder of beliefs. Clients have to see that it's possible for them. And really, they don't wake up and think, oh, where's the next 90-day program that I can purchase? Right? They don't do that. They're like, oh my God, I am so tired of dealing with waking up in hot flashes every single darn night. I've got to get this handled. Or I'm so tired of, like what my client Terry said, I am tired of waking up at 3 a.m. with anxiety attacks. I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. I need help. I need support. How much? So it wasn't about $4,500. It was about the result of not having anxiety attacks that are taking her out of her life. This is how powerful your work is.
I think for me, I think the fact that I already have a step system, I just don't utilize it correctly. So that's just a mind blower to me. It's like, I should be doing that. So now I can. So that's great. That's just like, wow to me. Like, I already have it, but no one told me this, years ago or anything, you know?
And look, we all have tools in our toolbox, right? When I finished, graduating, I, went through a very expensive mastery program, and I had a huge toolbox, and I didn't know how to use it. I did not know how to use it. I didn't know what tool to use first for what thing, right? So even if you do have a system, or even if you do have a high-end offer, you might not be sure how to present it or what tool to use in the right way that is going to allow you to create the impact that you want.
I think that's where my problem was, and is still. I mean, I'm magnetizing like that. I'm getting people, but it's like, I need a couple more a month to be where I want to be. And so this makes so much more sense to me.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah. This was such a game changer for me when I got this piece. And it is for my clients too. When they get not just the system, but how to use the system on repeat. Again, that's why I say it 10X's your opportunities, the impact, and your income, right? Yeah. Cool. What else is popping up for you? I'm so glad to hear this. This is such good news. Hope for me. I just might be able to do this. Yes, Ray. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Donna, what about you?
For me, it's It's really about the results that people can have and the fact that it's going to affect not just them, but their family, their community, the ripple out effect, like you were saying, that they can show up as their best version of themselves for the people they love, that they can have energy to pursue whatever they want to pursue instead of just being stuck in a cycle on a hamster wheel.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And doesn't that feel good to know that we're not just affecting one person, that it really does ripple out? Like when we are helping one person, it affects their relationships. It affects their relationship with themselves. It affects the relationship with their families, the relationship with their spouse, the relationship with their work, the way that they actually show up in the world, the way that they're able to interact with the world. Yeah. So we want more people to find you. I want more people to find you. They need you. And for those of you that think that the market is oversaturated, I want to share with you that it's not even mainstream yet. It's not even mainstream yet. There is so much opportunity, and there are more clients for you to serve than you could even bring on.
And I think it's getting ready to really hit hard, guys. So be ready. I'm seeing a lot of stuff at my place like crazy. So that need trauma coaching and all this stuff. That's not my thing, but it's gonna hit, and it's coming, and it's gonna hit quick.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I see it all the time. I see it in health and wellness. I see it in the mental piece. I see it in the spiritual piece. People are craving support, and they're also craving personal connection, right? Loneliness. I don't know if you guys have seen this study recently, but loneliness is just as bad for you as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Holy crap. Right? So what are you doing when you're supporting your client and they have access to you and they know that they've got a support system to walk along this journey with them? Bye, Steph. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's powerful. This is powerful work. Who else? Who else wants to share? Aha, insight. Who else is excited about sharing this? Are you feeling more excited and inspired about getting your work out there? Yeah. Can you see, are you tapping into the value and why it's important? Yes. Beautiful. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. We're going to close today then. Tomorrow, we're diving into the nitty-gritty of the nurture method. And this is the 3-step process of attracting people into your ecosystem, nurturing those relationships, and inviting people to work with you. So it's attract, nurture, invite. We're going to go in individually of that. Okay. I want to give you some action step to take today. And so I would love for you to go in the Facebook group and just share, why is it important for you to do the work that you're here to do? What is the impact that you get to make in the lives of other people by doing your work? And the cool thing, and I also want to invite you to comment on somebody else's, because we are all here in community. And you don't know who else you might have a connection or a collaboration with here. I get to see, there's my friend Lauren. Lauren, how are you in Scotland? Yay. She and I went through a coaching program together, and now we're collaboration partners. And she has a multiple 6-figure business as well. Yeah. Okay. So reach out, share, cheer somebody on in there, reach out to somebody else and connect with them, right? Connect with them. Say hello. Say, I'm so glad you're here. Say, this is important. So share why your work is impacting the world, why it's important, and then also comment on somebody else's. Sound good? Can we all agree to that?
Yes. Yes.
Chris, will I please, hang on just a minute, need my glasses. Please put the Facebook group link in the chat. Tresson, so I don't have that up right now, but what I can do is I can Facebook it to you. Is that okay? Okay, I will send you the link in Facebook. Okay, cool. This was great. Reset. Yay, Beth. I'm so glad. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Pop on over into the Facebook group. Tresson, I will send that over to you right away. And then come back here tomorrow. Messenger, you got it. All right. Awesome. See you guys tomorrow.